All right, good morning. For those of you that just got on the call, we're looking at Nasdaq. Obviously, this is the pair that we are trading. What I was telling everybody earlier is that yesterday, Trump literally got on TV and said, right now is a great time to buy. The market should, blast off at this point, and it did. So from this point forward down here at this zone, we had a massive bull run. We had some type of retest and then a continuation. Yesterday during Asian session, we got a range, and then during London, we got a push up. So this level that I have drawn up here is a level that I already had drawn up for a while. So this isn't a new level, but the market has come into it and respected so far. There was liquidity to the upside that it grabbed already, that I have drawn up on my Top Step account. The liquidity was grabbed, so right now this high here is going to hold as resistance until it's broken. Now I do have a correction back down to Asia lows, and once Asia lows gets hit, we'll probably consolidate for a little bit for the bull run back up to the upside to chase these zones. Now there's that can happen, or we can get a continuation to the upside to chase these levels up here as well. So there's an orb that was played, that is playing out at the moment, and right now we got a break of this last high, which was London highs. The liquidity was swept right here, and we have a retest. So this retest here is going to let us know if this is a retest for the continuation, if we break through this resistance and grab more liquidity, or if we are headed back to the downside to take out Asia lows before we head back up, right? So I'm usually a day early before for the move, so I want to make sure that everything plays out first before we enter. But there is a 30-minute divergence. There is a 30-minute bearish divergence that has not played out yet. So we are going to get some type of bearish momentum. There is news at 10 o'clock as well. I don't believe we'll have a lot of volatility in the market for that, but it should have some type of confluences for the sell to actually play out. News at 10 could be something where the market manipulates a little bit and buys up first before it sells off, or it's just going to have a continuation. Like I said, this move here, this 8 a.m. orb, 30-minute orb, was broken through, and now it's being retested. So if we sell back into it, and then when market opens, that next orb plays out, and we get a break and retest of that one, we will head back to the downside. Other than that, right now we have about 15 minutes until market open, so this is all smoke and mirrors at the moment. And it looks like the resistance at the moment is holding on, but again, we could get all the orders come in 15 minutes to push through all of that and head to the upside. So we're just going to be very patient as far as entry is concerned and wait everything out. Until then, we'll jam out and listen to some music. right, it is still pre-market. We are at the 925 mark right now. The liquidity level that I have marked up here is holding off, and it's looking like it's created a lower high to start creating lower lows. Again, this is pre-market, so this still could just still be a retest of the order break for the continuation to the upside. But we have 5 more minutes until market open, and then from that point we will let the market play out. Again, there is news at 10 o'clock, so there might be some type of manipulation when market opens for the buys back up. But if we start selling off immediately, breaking through pre-market orb and then breaking through the New York Stock Exchange 15 to 30 minute orb, then we are more than likely going to sell down to Asia lows for the continuation later on, like tomorrow. So I do expect some type of correction to happen. The correction could happen today, it could happen tomorrow. Like I said before, I'm usually a day early, so I want to make sure that the market is playing out how we want it to play out. And as you can see here, the next candle that printed is bullish. So if we break through this resistance here, grab this liquidity up here as well, that is another reversal point that we have to be careful for. So we'll take our time today as far as seeing the direction and the market showing itself. We don't want to get caught up in the mix, but as of right now, everything is looking good for the sell, even though we did break out to the upside right now. So the only way the bias will change is if we get a continuation, we break through the next orb, have a continuation, and then come back to retest it for us to enter, for us to head back to the upside. All right. All right, guys, so right now we have a minute left until market open. We are getting a rejection at that resistance level, which is a good sign. Again, we are pre-market, so that really doesn't mean anything at the moment. All the momentum could start coming in right at market open. But again, these candles are having conversations with us right now. We're trying to push up. That wick is showing us that the buyers are not getting what they want. The sellers are continuing to have some type of control at this level right here. So 30 seconds until market open, we'll see how the opening candle goes, and then we will find the direction within the first 15 minutes. All right, here we go, market open. We already know the first 5 minutes, usually the volatility is very, very crazy. So we'll probably get wicks down to the downside. We'll get another push to the upside, and then this whole candle filled again before we head back down. But it looks like it retested the opening orb. We have a lot of time left as far as to see what direction is, but this high, this resistance, and this liquidity that was grabbed is holding strong at the moment. Again, this is still the opening candle, so this could still be a retest for the buys back up. But in order for the continuation, or in order for us to take the buys, we need this resistance to be broken, and then for it to be retested for us to take it back up. Until then, we are going to sell. So right now we are getting a lot of bearish momentum in the market. It looks like it's trying to take out London lows, which it hasn't taken out yet. London lows being taken out will be a great sign if we want to continue after that. And it just took London out. So from this point, we'll see if we get a rejection through or if we get a push through London. We're getting a push through. Now we are at the VWAP. We still have a lot of time, guys. We're not missing anything at all. The orb hasn't even played out yet, so we do need a breakout to either the upside or the downside of this orb after it is done. The orb has about 9 more minutes left to play out, so we still have some time. If we range within this orb, this is a pretty big 15-minute orb. If we range on the inside of this, then we just have to wait until we get some type of confluence to either side. But I am still liking the correction back down to Asia lows down here, so we are good at the moment. And 30-minute divergence has not played out yet. All right, this is why we want to make sure that the market plays out. Right now, the market came down and tapped the VWAP. We want to make sure that that's just not a retest for the buys back up. It looks like it possibly can be. And this is why we don't want to get caught in the mix. So we get a breakout of the orb to the upside within the next 5 minutes, and then a retest of this resistance up here. We'll probably ride this back up for these highs that we could chase up here. If not, we need a break of structure to the downside, and then a retest of that break of structure for the sells back down and take out Asia lows. So still have some time. We have about 5 more minutes for the orb to play out, and then we'll go from there. But again, these candles are having conversations, and right now the conversation is saying that the sellers are trying to push down and the buyers are giving some type of resistance. Now, the bigger the wick, the more resistance it is, and the bigger the wick, the more of a confluence of direction. Like right now, this big wick right now is letting us know, like, okay, sellers are losing power, but it's not where the candle is, it's where the candle closes. So if we close with a smaller wick, it's still a possibility that the market wants to continue to sell. But if we continue to have a big wick like this one here, then the buyers are more than likely headed back in the market and pushing the market up. So a few more minutes, guys. We got about 3 more minutes until the orb fully plays out, and then we wait for the breakout of either the bottom or the top, and then another confluence of momentum for a gap to be formed, for it to fill, for us to enter. All right, so the good thing about this strategy is that it works on your patience. A good thing about this strategy is that it cuts all the fluff out so that we can for sure see what direction we're going in, because again, in about 15 minutes we do have a 10 o'clock news event. Don't believe it will be extremely volatile to where it's making the market like blast off, but it will have some type of effect. So I don't know if the market is setting up right now for the continuation to the downside to take out Asia lows, or if we're setting up for the buys to the upside to just take out a lot of liquidity and head to that resistance level at the top. So 2 more minutes, and then we'll figure out what direction we're headed in for real. Yeah, and we're in a very special place right now as well. We just tapped the 200 on the 5 minute, and we know the 200 could act like a trampoline, or if momentum is being created, we'll break through it. Right now it looks like it's acting as a trampoline, and it tapping it and pushing to the upside, right? So we need a lot more confluences for us to continue feeling like we are going to sell, but I still have that confluence until we break out of the top of this orb, and that 200 is right at Asia highs as well, which is another support level. So this is a support level. It looks like it's holding off at support. We have 17 seconds until the orb is finally played out, and then we can figure out what direction we really want to go into. I do believe we go into the 8 a.m. 30-minute orb again for the sell-off and continuation to the downside. To take out Asia lows, but we will wait and see. I want to get a pullback, being that we did break structure over here, or change character with this break over here. I do want to see some type of pullback. Before we enter. All right, yeah. Once we get a pullback to London lows, I will more than likely enter for the sells. Or if we get a semi pullback here, this is the 1 minute chart. Because now we are headed to Asia highs. So here comes the pullback. And I'm in, guys. I'm in for the sell right now.
Order filled.
I'll put TPs in 1 second, making sure we are headed in the right direction. Back down to Asia lows. All right, if you didn't hear me, we're in for sales. We're in for sales. All right, so we're getting the momentum we need to see. Right now we're in. Everybody should be up. I just need the market to do what it needs to do, head to where it needs to head so that we can head back to Asia lows. It did break the 200 moving average on the 5 minute. So we should head back up to retest that and then continue to the downside. You can close before your take profit to keep your, solidify your profits. But right now we're looking good. We're looking solid. We are looking solid. Good shit, James. Good stuff, Lance. All right, we got about 27 seconds left into this candle, and then we have news in 10 minutes. Looks like we're not a day early today. I'm probably going to close in 1 second, being that I have my daily goal for the day. So I might start trailing at this point. Right now it's a risk-free trade, so I'm at my 1,000 for the day. So if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. I do believe continuation will happen. My stop loss is in profit. The next candle printed. I'm going to trail some more. I'm probably going to get stopped out here.
Order filled.
Yep, I got stopped out. 1,500 in profit. So I do believe we will get a continuation. We haven't gotten a retest yet. So if you're holding, you're perfectly fine right now. We're not missing out on anything. We're not showing any buying pressure at the moment. TP1 should be a definite. There's no guarantees in trading though. We already know that. But this breakout is a good look, because here goes the gap right here that has to get filled. So once you retest that, once you get a retest of that, which is right below the 200 moving average, that is another entry. So right now, that was an entry right there that the market just gave us. So if you got out and you want to re-enter, this is a good time to re-enter, being that we are back into this fair value gap at the moment. And then if you break this fair value gap, that will let you know that the trade is wrong and you just cut your losses from that point forward. This is an entry right here. Tapping the 200 again. Now when the 200 is at the top, it acts as resistance. So if we break back through that resistance and then we head back to that VWAP, which is that yellow line, then we just want to make sure that we start seeing some type of rejections at those levels. So again, that where the market is right now is another level of entry, but we are trading back into the orb now. So it's going to stay on a little longer to make sure that we are still going to be heading in the right direction. We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left into this candle. Hasn't been a retest yet, so this is looking like it could be a retest, but if we get more buying pressure in the market, we could possibly head to the upside. As far as 30-minute divergence is, we have not played out yet. So it has a lot of space to the downside to go to. And Asia lows has not been taken out yet either. So I do believe we head there, but we'll see. Buenisha, did you get in for the sell or did you get in for the buy? Are you using the right pair? Are you on the wrong pair by mistake? All right, so yeah, headed back to the VWAP where the weighted volume is at for the continuation. It looks like the next candle that prints is going to be the news candle. That might be the candle that pushes us to TP1, TP2, so forth and so on. And right now, you remember I told you guys that the blue 200 and the orange 400 plays as a gap, and our TPs are right in between the gap of reversal. So once it hits Asia lows, which I believe it'll do, we'll more than likely consolidate for a little bit, consolidate a little bit more, and then at the end of the day get some type of bullish momentum back to the upside. So I'm not really believing that the market is going to drastically correct, but Elliott wave wise, this is what I saw this morning as well. I saw, and for those of you that don't know what the Elliott wave is, I will send you guys a video. Wave 1, we broke this last high. Wave 2, we didn't come below the first low. Wave 3 is usually bigger than the first wave. Wave 4, wave 5, then we got the correction waves. A, B, and then C will usually come all the way back down here. I don't see that happening right now, but it is a possibility. So that is why I did have sellers bias for the day, plus the divergences that needed to play out as well, right? So it looks like we are headed in the right direction. Again, we need to make sure that this low gets broken in order for the sells to be validated. If it doesn't get broken and becomes an even, it becomes even to the candles next to it, then that is something that we have to be mindful about as well, because we're getting rejection at this level. So we have 2 minutes and 12 seconds left until this candle is fully printed, and then news will hit, and that will let us know if we're going to come and take out Asia lows. Usually we come and take out the last session's lows or highs. So I believe that is what we are going to head to do right now, okay? Good stuff, Chris. Good stuff, Lance. All right, so we got a minute 30. We should get a continuation at least TP1. And then if we do take out Asia lows as well, we'll more than likely consolidate from that point and then head up after. So 1 minute until the next candle prints. All right, we got 10 seconds. I'm not gonna lie to you guys though. If I wasn't trading with you guys, I would have entered up here at this resistance level. So this orb and you guys are a blessing because I literally would have probably not waited for the orb to play out, and at that point it would have been a guess more than anything else. So I do appreciate y'all. Right now the 10 o'clock news candle is printing. We are getting some bearish momentum to the downside, and then a rejection. So at this point, guys, I would literally take your profits and be good for the day. Everybody should be up at this point, waiting to see if we continue to get this momentum. I mean, we are getting some type of rejection right here. Yeah, it has a lot more space to jump. It hit my TP, which was 14. Good shit, Lance. Alright, so we're back in the green for the week, guys. We'll be back again tomorrow. Make sure we are back at the same place. If you guys have any questions, you can put it in the chat. I will more than likely respond to you as soon as possible, usually right away. If you guys want to text me on the side, that's perfectly fine as well. Post on social media, get people intrigued. Let's get people added to the chat some more, get our wins up, and getting more people